3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Click to Close podcast. My name is Travis Halverson. I am joined by the one and only
Victor Ayala.
Victor Ayala.
Back in the boss's chair.
Back in the boss's chair, man. I love that. Victor, last time we had you on, you told us a little bit about yourself. Told us about your journey into real estate, which was great. Love the story. The fact you're a mailman. Insane. Love it. Mm-hmm. Now I want to know what you do for Easy Home Search.
Well, with Easy Home Search, I'm the director of sales.
Sweet.
Leading that department there, building out our systems and processes. And right now I sit down on a lot of calls with CEOs and team leaders looking to increase their database and looking for a consistent and reliable lead source. Mm-hmm. So that's what I do for Easy Home Search right now.
Nice.
Building the plane
as
we fly it.
Love that. How'd you get introduced to Preston?
Through you.
God, I love that. I actually forgot that you were going to say that. So I was like, all right, that's cool. Well, that's awesome. And how did that happen?
Yes. So where we left off on the previous episode.
Yeah.
I was working at Zillow, right? And then after 2.5 years there, I transitioned to working and building from scratch the inside sales department for a large team in Dallas.
Nice.
I talked about the importance of putting yourself around the right people in the right place, and eventually the right time will come. So what ended up happening is that my tenure in Zillow allowed me to become aware of a lot of people that were in the business, a lot of big players. And when I transitioned to this team in Dallas, the team leader there is a very influential leader in real estate. Mm-hmm. And that exposed me to even more people and got me into more approximation with other big players in the real estate industry.
It's awesome.
When I started building their ISA department from scratch, I started doing all the research for all the best CRMs and all the best systems. That's how I came across Follow Boss.
Sweet.
And once we decided to implement Follow Boss in that team, I just ate it all up. I mean, I got in there, I learned the system, Eventually, I became a subject matter expert when it came to Follow Boss. Mm-hmm. And I just started participating in the community, answering questions. People that had in their Facebook community, just went in there, answered questions, provided value, helped as many people as I could in there. Ultimately, that gave me the opportunity to, the first FubCon, went to that event, and then soon after that, is when I got invited to become one of the moderators.
Nice.
In the Follow Boss community on Facebook. But it was at that FubCon that I met you. You were on stage talking about ISAs, and then in the after party, I think we bumped into each other at the bar. We were ordering mocktails.
Mocktails we were drinking.
Mocktails, yeah.
Mocktails, only mocktails.
Or sparkling water with lemon.
Sparkling water with lemon.
Yeah.
I think that was when I was in my height of drinking days, so I think I was actually blacked out. But it was great to meet you.
But I bumped into
it's bad.
you at
I don't
the
do
bar.
that anymore. Now it's mocktails.
So I bumped into you at the event, and I told you, I acknowledged your time on the stage. I was like, bro, we're ISAs. We run this world. And he was like, hell yeah, that's right.
See, that's how you know I was drinking. Just getting excited over ISAs.
So we chatted a little bit, and you gave me your contact information, and that's where it all got started. So
that's when we made that group.
That's when then eventually we did the ISA mastermind, and we started participating there.
Yep.
And that was really cool. And that's how so Travis, from the first moment I met you and we started doing those masterminds, I knew that you and I were going to work together in some capacity. I I knew that in some way, shape, or form, you and I were gonna. I didn't know how at the time. I had no idea. I could have never predicted this.
Yeah.
But I knew for some reason I felt, and the same thing. I also felt the same thing when I met Nikki.
Oh, same, dude. I was the same
like,
with Nikki.
I was like, wow, she is so amazing. I'm like, at some point we're gonna work together at some in some capacity. So so that was kind of like my introduction into this world, right? And then so that was like what 2-3 years ago at this point. So we just kept in touch and whatnot. Being involved in the Follow Boss community then also gave me access or exposure to Preston.
Yeah.
Right. So that's really where it all comes down to, right? It was that a Follow Boss community that really brought us all together. And then, attending the events and at some point, Preston posted something and he was looking for, a VP of sales or sales director for a new project called Easy Home Search. And at that point, I reached out to him. Shout out to Andre from Texting Betty.
God, I love him.
Because he's the one, because I also met him at the first FubCon.
Bro, I still feel bad about the first FubCon with Andre. I blew him off so bad because I did not know who he was or like what he was like, oh, it's a texting platform. Like, we just Fub, man. Like, I don't need a texting platform. Now we literally make every single person get Texting Betty. Like, Andre is like secretly like one of my best friends. So I'm just like, dude, I was an asshole too, man. Like, oh my God. Like, I still feel bad about that to this day. I'm like, dude, Hunter tried to introduce him to me. Yeah. And I was just like, yeah, man, cool, dude. Canada guy, awesome. Love that. Keep doing Texting Betty stuff. I'm like, I don't know what it is. I'm like, oh, we use call action, man. Sorry, dude. Like, don't know what to tell you.
But fast forward to
now. It's
critical
like
part of our business.
Yeah, very critical part of our business.
So shout out to Andre.
Yeah,
he's awesome. Andre, and I met him at the first FubCon, and we stayed in touch. We really kicked it off at that point. We just stayed in touch. And then he and I were just talking one day, just catching up and stuff. And I started telling him about, I was looking for other opportunities and whatnot. And he was the one that said, hey, check out this this post by Preston today. He's looking for, VP of sales or whatever. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. And that's how I reached out to Preston. And then, Preston and I, this was back in August where Easy Home Search was still on the Sierra website. Very early stages, right? Early stages compared to where we are now.
Where we are now, yeah, for sure.
Because Easy Home Search has been around since 2019, whenever he was in the mortgage business. But compared to where we are now, early stages, still on the Sierra platform. So that was like back in August, and I started helping him with a few sales calls here and there.
You were the first hire. Huh? I keep saying like Victor's been the first hire forever.
I think I'm employee number 3.
Are you?
Yeah. Michael was in here.
Oh yeah, Michael. Yeah.
Michael was here before me.
That is so funny.
So yeah, but I think I'm like definitely single digits for sure.
Yeah, dude, that is so funny. We've grown like I think in the last 7 months like 400% or something crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
So what do you think? I mean, the big difference between like Easy Home Search and just other like platforms that like people can subscribe to just to get leads. Like, what do you think the big difference is?
Well, the big difference is, the biggest difference is the fact that everybody who was involved in this, like the core decision makers and everybody who's really behind the daily operations of this machine that we're building, come from a real estate background.
Yeah, for sure.
So we understand at a deep level the needs that real estate teams have and team leaders and the struggles with, conversion and profitability. I think that's a huge part.
Yep.
And I think that's the biggest difference. Because again, there's a lot of lead platforms out there, right? I mean, we're not reinventing the wheel here.
Exactly.
Right. But with the county exclusivity that Easy Home Search offers, it's exactly what it sounds like, right? Once you lock down a county, I mean, no one else could have access to Easy Home Search leads. And then from that point, our focus is not just in delivering leads, because again, a lot of other platforms can do that. Yep. So we create a strategic marketing plan that is going to acquire the lead. Yep. We optimize the website, so we have complete and absolute control over the website. So we have the ability to optimize the website for lead acquisition, lead conversion, and retention. So our marketing strategy is designed to acquire the lead, but then continue nurturing it on a high level.
Gotcha.
Right? To keep them engaged in our ecosystem through the content, through the newsletters, through the e-listing alerts. And then the beauty of it is that our partners are always going to be the main focus, and they're going to be highlighted in every single piece of content, everything on the website. All the call to actions on our button, all the call to action buttons on our website will redirect to our partners. So we're always, obviously, we're looking to grow the market share and we're looking to grow the market share of Easy Home Search as a platform, as a national platform, right? Our focus is on that to get as much organic traffic as we can going to the website. But once a lead or a consumer comes to the website, we want them to feel confident that we have done a good job of selecting exclusive partners that are going to serve them at a high level.
Yeah.
So this is not, a cost per lead type of situation or referral fee at the back end. We want to partner with teams and companies that understand the value of a consistent and reliable lead source, but they also understand and appreciate the conversion process.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's critical.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Huge.
So in addition to just providing leads and that marketing strategy, we have people on the team like you, like Nikki, like myself, that we have experience, building ISAs, department, being ISAs and all that stuff. So we understand the conversion game, and we also want to bring that as a huge value proposition for our partners to help them, whether they already have an ISA team or they have systems and processes, but we want to bring our experience to the table as well and help them optimize and dial in everything they need to do in order to, again, drive profitability.
Exactly.
That's the main thing.
Yep, for sure. No, that's huge. I mean, that we hear it from Preston all the time, but like hearing it from someone who's in it every day also, who is at a different side of the business, who's focused on growing it like from the sales side is awesome. So it's great, man. I'm super excited that you're on board and super pumped. Where do you think we're going with it? What are the next steps that we're taking?
Oh, man. National portal, baby. It's like we just have to continue expanding. Back in June, we added 100 MLSs. The plan is to continue adding 20 to 30 MLSs every single month until we get to 95% of all the MLSs by the end of the year. So the goal is to become a national portal by the end of 2024. And again, the idea is to partner with teams and companies along the way. Yeah. So we can have, partners in every single market to service the consumers that are going to start coming to the website.
Which is great, though, because like the way that we're doing it with exclusivity is like we're partnering with teams. Like we're interviewing teams to take these leads. We're not just trying to sell it to anybody and everybody.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. It has to be a good fit. Yep. It has to be a good fit because at the end of the day, it this has to be a win-win.
Yeah, of course.
For everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
It has to be a win-win. And, our partners have to have certain infrastructure in place and processes and systems. And we're going to do a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to, because essentially we would become an extension of their marketing for their business, right? And it's not to compete with them directly. It's like to enhance their presence in every single market, right? Yeah. So we are looking for strategic partners that understand the real estate game from sales to marketing and everything in between. And, making sure that we partner with the right people is critical for everyone's success.
God, I love that. Well, great, man. Awesome. Love it. Happy to have you here as always. Sad to see you go since you're leaving us.
Yeah, flying back to Dallas tonight. But hey. Myrtle's just a 2-hour flight.
That's actually amazing. So that's actually good. So, well, cool, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate you being on here. Everybody, you guys that know Victor, get to know him, find his calendar, book time, figure out what Easy Home Search is and how we can help you.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Bye.
Later.